Hey Natalie. I know, I was meant to do this ages ago, and the thing is, it's been on my mind since you inboxed me and stuff, and I was like, oh, I've got to inbox her before she does do anything, drastic and whatnot. But yeah, I finally, since you called me yesterday night, I was like, ugh, I've got to get a move on, and da-da. But the thing is, it's been mayhem, seriously. The thing is, Lisa has celiac or whatever, which means basically trapped wind in her tummy. So she keeps crying and stuff. So I have to look after her and stuff, which is so fucking tiring. It's just I never knew that it was this hard to look after a fucking child. It's only 2 weeks old, and it's still it's just so fucking frustrating now that you don't understand. It's just she just wakes up every half an hour crying and stuff. She's adorable and everything. You just look at her and sometimes she cries and she just looks into your eyes. You think, oh, he's like, I can't do anything about your wind and stuff. But yeah, that's the reason why I haven't been able to do it. So I'm sorry yet again. And when you called me yesterday, I was like, oh, I've got to do one this morning. And I was sleeping yesterday night. Because my sleeping hours are fucked, I told you, and I basically sleep whenever I can, and that's usually not very often in the day, unfortunately. And yeah, I've got your questions here on data, so I'll read them and stuff and see which ones I can answer. So you say Shalomi has got back in touch with you. I don't know why he's gotten back in touch with you, to be honest. He's a bit old for you, isn't he? I can't remember how old he was, but I remember thinking he was pretty old. I don't remember exactly how old he was. But yeah, and yeah, I probably did say you didn't see him. I remember you showing him pictures, but I can't remember his face. But I remember thinking clearly that you two would look a bit odd together. And again, I don't know if my face is showing, because last time I remember looking back at my video, and I couldn't be bothered to redo it, and only half of my face was showing. It's probably the same this time. Yeah, I just thought you didn't see him. I just thought it looks like an odd couple together, like Miss Potter and the Indian man she's married to. That kind of thing. Not the same kind of probably scale, but yeah, and that's what I thought. But I don't know. If you want to go see him, go ahead. Obviously, I'm not your mother. I'm not your permission giver, but yeah, my opinion personally is you guys don't you don't look good together. And I don't think you guys probably have that much in common, to be honest. In terms of I remember him being the security guard for you guys. I don't know, how much. I know personally, I couldn't find much to talk to a security guard about. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. It's not because, in a patronising way or anything. I don't know, I just imagine them to be more into different things than I am. I don't know. Go ahead, do what you want. And Eric says he wants to come again. Wow. What can I say? Yeah, you might choose to, do what you want with him. You could. I mean, I don't know, just like the Rashmika thing. Rashmika said she'd never fallen in love with this 30-year-old. And, she did. I mean, I phoned her the other day, and I was like, oh, do you want to come to a wedding? Which I'll come on to later on, because, oh, God, it's so embarrassing. It was the most embarrassing time of my life. I was so shocked. But, yeah, back to this. I phoned her, and I was like, do you want to come to the wedding with me? And because she's been wanting to go to weddings with me all the time and stuff, and I was like, oh, God. Let's invite her and make sure she doesn't whine again and stuff. And yeah, she was like, oh, I can't, I really would want to, but I'm in Lakeside with my boyfriend. And I guess it was, a 30-year-old. I'm guessing they're back together. I don't know. I don't know what the situation is. I don't even know if they broke up, to be honest. I'm too scared to ask. But yeah. Yeah, and she was in Lakeside, wasn't it? Was it Lakeside? I don't know. I can't remember. It was somewhere, and it sounded boring. I was like, alright, cool. You enjoy yourself there. And she was like, yeah, yeah, she's there with her boyfriend and his mum or something. I don't know why. I would never, ever go out on this little, this little road trip thing with like my boyfriend's parents. It's just bound to go wrong. No, not my kind of thing. And yeah, as I was saying, the Eric thing, that's what I was saying. If you feel like, I don't know, because he lives in America and it's not going to work out. Like, be objective about it. It's not going to work out, and you know that. And if it's purely to lose the virginity to him and then get over it, and if you can get over it, because I know even with me, and even though I stayed so distant with this guy that I did lose it with afterwards, there was a little bit of me that hoped, but then I kind of dismissed that. And you've known this guy for quite a bit now, a few months and stuff, and you know, you liked him and whatnot, and he said he liked you back, but then he said he didn't and whatnot, and that's confusing in itself. And if you do go and, you know, lose your virginity to him, I don't know how you're going to take that psychologically, like, as in, like, are you going to be, like, in a position as I was, because, like, everybody else is, where you think, oh, maybe it will work, and then try to do that, and I don't know if he wants to do that, and you don't know if he wants to do it. He clearly said he didn't, but, you know, who knows, and you might feel tempted to chase after that or whatever. If you think that that's ever going to happen, then, I don't know, I don't think you should do it in that sense, because then, I don't know, because how is that going to work out? I don't know, I can't answer that question, but yeah. Because obviously for me it was easier, I could just dismiss him, I could dismiss it out of my mind quite easily because he wasn't that close to me. I knew a few things about him. Knew he didn't have HIV and, you know, got on with it. And yeah, with Eric, you kind of do know him, and it's going to be harder to dismiss that out of your mind, as like Rashmika did, because he was her personal boxing trainer, so pretty hard to, you know, get rid of that. Yeah, so it's basically that you should answer that question. I don't know how well you think you can cope with that, but yeah, and if you think he's the type of guy you want to say you've lost your virginity to, then go ahead. I mean, it makes a story, doesn't it? Like, not that you should do everything to make a story, no, you should definitely not. God, no. And, like, you know, he's an American. Met him in the gap year in Israel. Quite crazy stuff, you know. And yeah, you guys got it on. Good story. But yeah, do what you want, basically. And I hope that is the right decision for you and that you thought it out properly. Because there's nothing worse than probably not thinking it out properly and then doing it and then having to remember that the rest of your life when people ask you, oh, who did you lose everything to? And you're like, yeah, this dickhead of a guy. That's just my phone telling me that, you know, it's running out of battery. Let me just check if the camera's still working. Oh, yeah, it is. So, yeah, as I was saying, the next question was Matt calling you yesterday. I do remember him. And why does he want to get back to you when you're back in London? I don't understand. Where is he going to? What university? Is he going to uni? I don't know. But, like, how does he think that's going to work out? To be honest, I don't want to be in a relationship when I go to uni because that's just so hassle-some. It's just so much. Like, right now even I don't want to be in a relationship because I've got so many things to do at fucking home. Like, any free time I have, I want to do it with friends. Like, I want to go out with Ebony or, like, you know, spend some time with Sona or whatever, and just, yeah, I don't have that time for a relationship. So even in uni, when you have, like, work and school to be juggling, so you can pay your rent and stuff, or for your food, clothes and stuff, that's a lot of hours that's going, because you've got your homework and your studying, things to do, stuff to catch up for uni. And then you've got your, as I was saying, your job, which is going to take loads of hours off your fucking day. You're going to be tired by the end of the day. You come home, you go to sleep, basically. And then, well, in between all of that, you have your fun when you go out and enjoy it with friends and stuff. And yeah, I know it might seem easier, but I'm sure it's just as hard. And yeah, I don't think I could carry out a relationship in uni unless he was living very close to me, like next door or something, where he can visit me every day. But yeah, so if he's in another city, then that's fucked. It's never gonna work, to be honest. I think he should get over it. I don't know, if he's in uni, shouldn't he have, hooked up with some other girls? Goes beyond my thoughts. But yeah, I thought Matt didn't want that. I'm quite confused. Yeah, so it seems those were the questions that you asked. But yeah, this video is going to end soon, and I'll carry on. And the next video would be about me and my week for you. And yeah, because basically it's ending in 10 minutes and I have to fit it into YouTube and whatnot. So, I'll see you in a second. Blah blah blah.